Hey, this is KYNG31. As you can see, it's a garden update. July 17th, I think. I've kind of let weeds overtake me. As you can see, can't keep up with them right now. Everything's kind of booming though. But except for my cucumbers, I tried to get them trellis. I think I killed them when I messed with them. These peppers never did really do anything. I've picked a few small ones off, so maybe the plant would take off. These are some greens I planted, and then I've got squash plants everywhere. Now my volunteer patch that came up, this big patch right here, those are the crookneck butternut squash. And I can show you one that's getting close to being picked. And he's huge. There's quite a few in there. I could see them back in there. There's one over there. And then there's my beans. I have like 8 rows of corn, I think it is. That's ambrosia and peaches and cream. And then I have a lot of watermelon and pumpkin right through there. My okra is doing real good. I picked several, well, I probably picked about 10 pieces, and there's a whole lot on there right now. Just not big enough. And then my squash on my trellis there. I'm seeing ones down on the ground. I can see, I don't know if you can see it there. Right there. It looks like a cushaw, and there's a dark green one down here. Cushaws don't usually come out dark green. So I'm thinking that's one of the other squash plants I planted. I've got beans everywhere down there to pick. Let's see here. There's bees just buzzing beyond on that corn. I've got lots of peppers on some of these. I've been picking jalapenos. I already picked a little bit this morning. But my sunflowers are doing nice. And then I've got my carrots. I've not been up here for like 3 days. And it looks like some of them are dying, I guess, from the heat that we had last few days. I pulled one. They're still not that big. They were like, I don't know, maybe that big. But they weren't big as, not thick. Real skinny. So I'll give them some more time. I might need to go through and thin them out a little more. But yeah, it all looks pretty from here. And the potatoes have died back. My tomatoes, these haven't really started booming yet. That's zucchini, summer squash, and some kind of other different kind of zucchini. I can't remember what it was called. I've got leeks in here, and I'm going to have to come in here and weed. But apparently something I got into I was allergic to, so got some blisters. I didn't see any poison ivy. But yeah, I went to the doctor for that. Let's see here. There's where you can see my potatoes have died back. And this was supposed to be my thing of 2 sisters. Well, I planted my corn, and the crows, I guess, ate most of the corn on this first row on the ends. I replanted on most of them because you can see the difference in the sizes. But now I've got pink half runners through here on this row, and I wanted them just for mostly for the nitrogen. I've got sweet potatoes on down, you can't really see. You can see where we've been digging potatoes through here. We dug some of the Yukon Golds, the Pontiac Reds, the Kennebacks, and I even dug some of the little, I can't remember if they were blue or purple. They look purple to me. But here's my tomatoes. They're getting some nice ones on them. You can see I put squash everywhere. When I iced them with those seeds, I didn't want them to go to waste. But it's been so hot and humid the last couple of days. I don't know if you can see the tomatoes. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see some. Now the Romas are really doing well. I've got Romas everywhere. Oh, that one's kind of full. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, see. But now this whole row through here, it's all Roma tomatoes. And some toward the front. My cabbage, I need to come out here and cut a few, and I've went and got my knife out of the car so I could do it. But yeah, I've got some these are the stoneheads. They're ready to go. My lettuce is bolted. I still got some green onions down there I need to pull. Got my bucket down there. Yeah, you can see how well the Romas are doing. You can see them here. But I have squash plants on the back side. My corn is starting to tassel. What I thought was neat though, if I can get down here and see them. is the way the bees are buzzing on these. It's all I can hear out here this morning. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're heavy right through there. All the way down, you can see nothing but bees moving. Lots and lots of work to do. It's all starting to come in. It's slower than last year's. Because I was noticing on my pictures from last year, a lot of this was kind of ramping up by now, but where we got everything in the ground later due to the weather. It's still doing pretty good. But my cushaw's taken off. And apparently my butternut squash is. But I've got cushaws right in the center of the garden, kind of coming right out through the corn. But I got to get out here in the next couple of days. Farmer's market's Monday. And I figure I'll be up here Sunday morning, Sunday evening, and picking as many beans as I can pick. Because I looked and I have quite a few hiding down in here. Yeah, see. And I have like 8 rows of beans. So we're going to see how that goes. Oh yeah, there's my okra patch. You can see a little better. But I'm going to get all kinds of squash, and I don't know if my zucchini's going to do that good. Dad's is booming. Of course, he's waiting. They're getting like 2 foot long, and he's bringing them out to my house. Of course, I made relish. Me and Mom did. That's okay. Let's see here. I was trying to find the little green one I found this morning. I've got purple mustard growing out here. I thought I could put it out through here, and it's kind of taken over. Trying to find the little green one. Yeah, you can see some of my summer squash. That's actually yellow zucchini, that one is, because I picked one off from it the other day. Let's see, where is that little green squash I seen this morning? Oh, there he is. That may be that, I think it was kombucha or something like that squash. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, I did pick carrots this morning. I dropped them. They're not that big. But anyway, there's your garden update.